So, I want to talk about a story that is just becoming more and more relevant as time goes on. And it's called The Stag is a Horse. And the way it goes is basically back during the times of emperors, there was a prime minister that wanted to gain control of obviously overthrowing the emperor and to have power. And one day, he decided to go to the emperor and show him a stag and say, "This is a beautiful horse that I have provided for you." And the emperor, amused, laughed and said, "Well, obviously that's not a horse, that's a stag." And the prime minister said, "No, no, clearly it's a horse. Don't let your eyes deceive you." And the emperor, being, you know, uh, obviously looking at a stag, proclaimed that no, clearly it's a stag. How can a horse have antlers? And so the prime minister said, "Well, if you don't believe me, let's ask the other ministers and see what they think." Now, the ministers, some of them understood what was going on, and especially when they saw his smile. And they announced, "Yes, this is a beautiful horse, like 100%." And the other half said, "No, the prime minister is a fool. This is clearly a stag." And so what that accomplished was that the prime minister understood who was loyal to him. And what he did was anyone who did not call the stag a horse, he had slaughtered along with their family. Now, the reason why this is relevant is because as Trump and Elon continue to perform loyalty tests, especially silly ones, whether they're apparent or they're hidden under the guise of some other task, I want you to understand that the task may seem silly, that it may seem like it was rejected with ease and that they didn't get away with what they were planning on doing. But in reality, what they were doing was testing to see who would go along with calling the stag a horse. Because if someone is unwilling to go along with something as simple as that, calling a stag a horse, then they're not going to go along with something more extreme that you actually want them to do. So that is why they do things like that. So be aware of that. I want you to keep that in the back of your mind as time continues to go on and that they continue to perform these loyalty tests. Thanks.